Hello. It's a holiday week. 4th of July is Friday. It's going to be a shortened work week. It feels like a summer vacation week. So I'm going to keep the topics pretty light this week. I'm just going to keep them kind of fun. And so let's start with the most expensive houses that were sold recently. And I'm going to quote data from a recent Redfin article. The title of the article is "Here are the most expensive houses or most expensive homes sales of May." So the data is about 2 months old or a month old, but it's pretty interesting where the most expensive houses are, and it's really interesting the most expensive listings. And so I'm going to share my screen and let's get after this right here. All right, so let's do it this way then, so you can see the screen. Here's the article I mentioned from Redfin, but these are the 10 highest cost houses sales price in America in May. Number one, as you can see, was in Bel Air, California. It sold for $110 million. Now, I want to put this in perspective what $110 million means. Let's just pretend they paid all cash. They're super rich. But even if you were gifted this house, the estimated property taxes are $108,000 a month. And of course, your insurance is going to run at least $2,000 a month at a minimum. But just the taxes are $108,000 a month, even if you're given the house. Isn't that crazy? The second house, as you can see here, the second house is in Humbly Hills, California. It sold for $57.3 million. The property taxes are over $56,000 a month. In this next property in Florida, Manalapan, it sold for $55 million. Property taxes are $62,000 a month. The similar to the one right below it that also was in Palm Beach, sold in Palm Beach for $55 million. Property taxes are $62,000 a month, and so on. You have below that you have another Palm Beach that sold for $48.5. You get the idea. You see all these. So here you go. I would have thought there would be more expensive houses selling, and it always just shocks me. It's not the cost of the house, it's the cost of the property taxes every month, the cost of the insurance, the cost of there's an HOA. All that stuff's a fortune, even if you're gifted the house. But here's what's really funny. So you can see, by the way, the most expensive houses are in Florida, California, and New York City. I think Florida had 4 houses in the top, California had 2 in the top, and New York City, I'm so sorry. Florida and California each had 4 top home sales prices, and New York City had 2 all in the top 10. But look at this. When we get away from actual sales to listing, look at these listings. Going back to that Manalapan in Florida, there's a house listed for almost $300 million. And then in Naples, $210 million. In Glenbrook, Nevada, $188 million. Boy, I'm wondering if we can see that. I might click on that in a second. And then you can see there's a lot of current listings. There's a lot of listings above or around $200 million. So I'm curious let's see if we can see what a house in Nevada can sell for $188 million. Let's see if we can get, here you go. So this is a house in Nevada that you can get for $188 million. I guess 9 bedroom, 11.5 bath, 45,000 square foot home. Holy smokes. What do you guys think about that? That's crazy. All right, let's go back. Now I'm curious. I want to see what the $300 million house is like. $300 million house, 8 bedroom, 12.5 bath, 50,000 square feet. Is that crazy? 50,000 square foot home. Look at that garage. It looks like it's a 20 car garage. So that is what houses are selling for. Like I said, 4th of July week. Let's stay a little light this week. My topics all this week will be a little lighter. But there's houses selling, obviously, in May. The top 10, probably the top 10, I think top 10 average was somewhere close to around $60 million. If these houses are listed, these $200, $300 million houses that are listed going to sell, that number will be considerably higher. Just consider the property taxes on that. So if you get a chance, checking me out on socials. I do post, not like this. I'm usually more informative, more value type articles and information. But check me out on my socials. I appreciate your time. I hope you have a great day. I look forward to talking to you again soon.